Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Universal Coaching Systems Open Call for April 2018. I am your host, Kim Horvath, and I'm responsible for all things customer service with Universal Coaching Systems and specifically Life Coach Office. At Universal Coaching Systems, we help coach change makers bring their best work to the world. And so I'm very excited about today's call where we're going to be talking about your website. We're going to be discussing, some of the work that you need to do to plan for it. We're going to talk specifically about your home page and what it is that you want to make sure that you offer on your home page so that you can not only have a place for people to come and get to know you, but engage your clients and get them to hang out with you for a little while. I am always happy to bring these monthly calls to you, and these calls happen as a result of our conversations on our Facebook page, as a result of the support tickets that come in with all the many questions that you're asking, and really from my conversations individually with all of you, as I'm finding that there are some common themes in what you're looking for. If you find that there is something in particular that you would love to see as an open call topic, please just send us an email or come to one of our pages on Facebook and just let us know. I'll be happy to do a call just specifically for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about websites, and let's talk for a minute. Let's start off talking about why websites are important. A lot of coaches debate whether or not they actually need a website, whether or not they want to have a website, whether or not websites are a lot of work to get, not just started, but maintained. I know a couple of coaches that really only work with landing pages and nothing else. But in the world of coaching, if you're a coach that's going to have coaching products, if you really have a very strong idea of your niche, you need to have a website. You really need to have a website. If you're offering, if there are a lot of things that you want to offer, and especially if you plan on working as a full-time coach, you want to have one place where a person can go to interact with you and your brand and what it is that you have to offer the world. So I'm a firm believer that a website is a vital key to not only people understanding what it is you offer, but a great marketing tool for you to have. Now, back in 2007, when I first became a coach, people had websites basically as a holding place. This is where you sent people so they could see that you are a coach. They could see what packages you offered for your one-on-one or group coaching, depending upon what you offered, if not both. And it was pretty much that's it. You didn't really get too involved in having to drive traffic to your site. You wanted to, but you didn't have to spend a whole lot of time doing it because it really was the place that you sent them after you met people and gave them your business card or sent a link with your website address in it. Now it's completely done a turnaround. Now it really is a true marketing tool. And so you really need to invest time and, for many people, a few dollars into making sure that your website is everything that you need it to be and that it's maintained properly moving forward. Okay? This is the place where your client is going to engage with you, maybe for the first time. And so you need your site to speak for you, to speak as you, your language and the language of your people. So this is the Universal Coaching Systems website, and I want you to take a look at it for a moment if you've never seen it before. I want you to immediately just stop for a moment, take a look at just this piece of it, and think about how you feel and what is the message that's being sent here when you look at our site. Think about that for a moment. And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to tell you a little story about when I first started coaching and created my website and what I did in order to get an idea on what I wanted to put in it. Now, again, back when I became a coach, coaching was new to the U.S. It had not been around very long. And actually, if you told someone that you were a life coach, they didn't even know what it was. Okay? Not the same anymore. And at that time, I was just using Yahoo and their site builder, and I was going to create my site. I needed to create my site. I didn't have the financial the finances that I need in order to hire someone out. And truthfully, for what the site was going to be for me, it was not going to be money well spent if I hired someone else to do it. But I knew at least that I wanted people to feel a certain way when they came to my website. But I didn't know how to translate what I was thinking in my head with what I wanted them to see when they got to my website. So what I did was my own kind of research. And I went out and I searched out coach websites. And I began to rank them based on how they made me feel. And when I got to between 5 and 8 sites that I saw that I liked a lot, I went back to those websites and I wrote out why I liked them. What were the first few things that hit me when I went to see these websites that made me say, yeah, this is great. I love it. Well, there were a few things. One is they seemed to be very light. I preferred the sites that were light as to the sites that were darker. Although they were light, they still had very vibrant color, so they caught my attention. They also gave me a sense of feeling free and empowered. They also, one site in particular, they had a member login area, and I really just wanted to know what was behind that door. So I wanted to have some kind of member login area so that people like me who are a bit, what I would call on a nosy side, would want to know what's on the other side of that door, right? Then there was information to help me feel like I kind of knew this coach a little bit. So I went to their about page and I read the bio. And there was usually wording in the bio that made me feel like I knew them a little bit more. Those were some of the things back then that I looked at. And so what I did, once I saw all these different pages and I wrote out the things that I really saw that really stuck home with me, I took some of those items and I began to create my website. And what I ended up was with a website where the color green was one of my main colors, okay? Because it was a vibrant color, it was an active color, but it was also a color that was peaceful. At least the shade that I chose was. And then across the top were these great pictures of people that I knew, that I served with, people that I served in the past that I helped coach. The pictures were cut uniformly. They had similar color, so they flowed from one picture to the other very easily. And the header was the same on each page. It was the same header on each page, so that when people moved from one page to the other, they got the same header, but the content below it was different. So it seemed very uniform and very organized. Okay. That was what I wanted people to get. And then they would read on the screen and they would see what I had to offer. And one of the main things that they needed to see were my events. When could they connect with me during that month? That meant that I had to have a page that I could update regularly because I needed to have the events that I was doing every month available on my page. When you look at this Universal Coaching Systems page, what I see is Bené's beautiful smiling face. I see that we offer some great free coaching tools. I see our logos. Take a look at our logo. You know, our logo to me suggests fun. It suggests that it says universal, so you know what, obviously that means everybody, right? But this really suggests fun. This is not a logo that you're going to use if you were in the world of finance. People may not take you too seriously, but for coaching, this is perfect. And for what we want to say about coaching, it is absolutely perfect. When I look at the background of this picture, I'm thinking about leisure. Right? So this is a company that believes in a beautiful work-life balance. Trust me, we do. And we believe in doing things that you're going to enjoy. But when you take a look at all these things up here, you also know we are serious about our business and that they all can go hand in hand together. For those of you who have a website, I want you to take a look at it. And I want you to think, seriously try to get out of your own head and think about the message that your branding is sending. This is what I'm talking about. This is all about branding. What is the branding for your company? What is it, the message that you're sending? This is the overall thing that we want to talk about today with regard to websites and your home page. If all people get to is just this page right here, if they never scroll, down your page, if they never click any of the things that you have to offer for them to be able to see more, if all they got was your home page, would they really know and understand who you are and what you represent? If they don't, you have a little bit of work to do. So let's take a look at this online planner that we're using. So this is the website homepage checklist. If you sign up for our tools here, this is one of the tools that you'll receive. Okay, it's part of the online life coach launchpad. It's the website homepage checklist, and it tells you right here your website homepage is the gateway for your online business. People might find you on your social media, a landing page, a blog post, maybe a group that you're in, but ultimately they're going to go to your website and they're going to check it out. They want to see all that is you with regard to your coaching business. You want to be clear. You don't want people to join their own conclusions. You want to be clear about who you are and what you offer. So above the fold, again, that means right here, before you scroll down, before you go anywhere else, when people just come and they get this main page, what is it that you need to have available on your website? Okay, so you want to have your business name and you want to have your logo. You definitely want to have that. If you don't have a professional logo, you need to get one. And you need to put that logo everywhere your online presence is. You really want to have that. You want to have an opt-in to a freebie. It can be a pop-up box, that's fine. Or like our page, it can just be static. Either way, but you want a freebie. Why do you want a freebie? You want to get that person's email address. You want to be able to continue to engage them in conversation. You know, I've had conversations with social media networkers, you know, people who do this for a living. And the average amount of times that a person has to see you and engage with you in order to feel comfortable enough to spend money with you, average amount of times about 10 times. 10 times. So if you leave it to them to keep coming back to your website, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you have the ability to come back to them. So you need to create a freebie. That freebie should be connected to the kind of coaching that you do, and give them something that you give away for free all the time. When you're talking with people, you are giving away free information all of the time. All of the time. So why not create some kind of document, some kind of ebook, a PDF, a freebie, a quiz, a game, whatever, right? Create a freebie and put that on the front page of your website. People who are interested in the type of coaching that you have to offer will want that information. They will gladly give you their email in order to get that exchange. And then you have their email and you'll be able to connect with them through your, and please don't bombard them by sending them something every day. No one wants something every day, okay? You know, you want to send them some information when you're doing an updated newsletter, when you have a new product launch, maybe every now and then you're going to send out something motivational, just enough to keep yourself keep them interested in you. Now, some of you are going to use that freebie and you're going to do maybe some kind of, 3-day, 5-day, 7-day class where every day you're sending an email for like 3, 5, or 7 days. That's okay. All right. You just don't want to send them an email every day until eternity ends. Nobody wants that. They will opt out of your email list so quick. All right. But if you're offering, 7 ways to manage your time better, and they're signing up for that, and you're sending them a post every day, they want that. So go ahead and you can do that as well. That's fine. Okay. So have an opt-in or a freebie. And then if you have a tagline, use it. So let's go back. We create cool stuff for coaches. And we do. So that is one of the taglines that we absolutely use. And you need to have a tagline for your business as well. And your tagline also is going to identify very quickly and easily what you do. Very quickly and easily. That's what it is. Okay. Your navigation bar. Well, that's what this is. your navigation bar, your about, done for you, life coach office, academy. All of this is our navigation bar. All right. We have a number of things that people can check out on your navigation bar. Your navigation bar should have all of the things that you want to make sure that they have immediate access to, right? Immediate access to. Then the customer needs to get an essence of your brand, right? So we know this. This is what we've been talking about. We're going to look at a few other examples in a little bit, but they have to get a feel for who you are and what it is that you offer. Your website is going to help your customers get what you do. They're going to get it, and they're going to also get and understand who you help. Coaches today they're niching unlike before. And when I say that, what I mean is people are not, before a niche would be, oh, I'm a career coach, oh, I'm a business coach, oh, I'm a health and wellness coach. But now people are becoming more specific. Maybe you're a health and wellness coach that really helps people to eat organic food. Maybe you help people who want to be vegan or only eat raw. Maybe you are a career coach that is helping men who are over 40 transition from the business that they've been doing into a whole new thing. That's a very specific niche. And as a result, you want to be clear if those are the people you coach and that's it. You want to be very clear that those are the people you coach and that's it. Okay, that's it. And then you also want to have some photos of people connecting and or a photo of you. This really meets all of the criteria of that. Now, I'm not saying that you have to have all of these things in order for you to actually have people that are going to want to engage with you. But I do want you to consider to have as many of them, if not all of them, if possible. All right. You really want people, you want to send a solid message, and having all these things in place, that's going to help you to have a solid message that you are sending to all of the people who are searching you out. Okay. Below the fold. Okay, now these are the things that are all optional because you may not do all these things, but you want to put things like featured products. So if you have products that you offer, this is, okay, you can start showing that down here. Now, in the navigation bar, obviously you're going to have that also because these are the things that we offer, and we have a page dedicated to all of those things. If you have several products, you may want to do that, or you might want to have products or programs with a drop-down box that has the different things that you offer. Okay, you're not going to put everything you offer right here in this one spot. Now, there was a time way back when I first started, that it was suggested that we do that you have all of your stuff in this one little square space. You don't want to do that. It's kind of overwhelming, actually. You can't really get your full message out. All right. So below the fold, you want to have featured products. You want to have your latest blog posts. Okay. Your blog can be audio, it could be video, it could be written. All right. But you want to have your blog. And if you're not blogging, then I would wonder why. Because it's a great way for you to connect with your people and get your voice out there so that they hear your voice. You and your people are going to speak the same language. But if you're not speaking, they can't hear you and they don't know what you're saying. And so they can't come follow you. So you want to make sure that you're getting your voice out there. You definitely want to have some testimonials, people that you've worked with, people that have used your tools, have gone through your programs, people who are having great success as a result of working with you. You want to get some testimonials out there so that other people can see the success that folks are making with you. All right. Then an alternative opt-in at the bottom of your page. So maybe you have your freebie at the beginning, but you also have a newsletter. Maybe you have a freebie that's just a quick download, but you also have an e-course. Okay. That would be a great place, the secondary spot, for you to offer your second freebie, and then an expanded navigation bar. So let me show you what that looks like, because you may want to have other things for people to be able to get to. So here, our expanded navigation bar at the bottom, we still have an about page, our products and services, our coach knowledge base. We have become an affiliate of Life Coach Office, which is one of our signature products. A way to contact us, our policy, our privacy policy, and our terms of service. Okay. Again, at the bottom, we have the coaching tools and the ability to sign up for them again at the bottom. But here, you see that? That is a second navigation button area. And then, of course, our Facebook page. Now, when you go to your website, if you have a website already, do you have any of these things? Do you have a privacy policy? Do you have terms of service? Do you have other areas that are not available at the top navigation bar that people can get to? Different places in your site, you know, secondary places, maybe not places that you want to make sure that are front and center, but maybe another place. Think about it, and you will put that right there. Okay, so let me just scroll up for a moment. Okay, I hope you're getting something from all this. Okay, so let's talk about photos for a moment. Pictures are very important because pictures speak loudly. So if you are going to have pictures, let me just give you a few ideas. You want to have pictures of people that are connecting, as it says. You want it to be happy. You want your pictures to be uniform, so same size is good, and similar in maybe kind of background content, that sort of thing, so that when you flow from one picture to another, it seems like you're telling a story. All right, that's what you would like. You would like to be able to tell a story with your pictures. Okay. If you're working with video, something that I want you to consider is that video can hold a lot of bandwidth and sometimes slow your web page down. So work with your web designer so that you can optimize videos that you may want to put on your site to make sure that it's not slowing anything down for the client when they're or the potential client when they're coming to check things out on your website. All right. Now, you can always, of course, create a YouTube channel and then have a link that connects people from your website to your YouTube channel and all these wonderful videos that you offer. You can definitely do that. But if you're going to actually have your site host a video, then you want to work very well with your web designer to make sure that this is all going to work, be seamless, not be sluggish and slow, not take a long time to load, which frustrates people. You don't want to do that. Okay. Now, this freebie. So let's talk about this for a moment, because I know a lot of people don't have one and they may not see the need for one, but this is how you build your email list. I am always questioned about, well, how do you find clients? How do you get an email list? How do you get people's email addresses? A freebie. It's one of the best ways to do it. It is really one of the best ways to do it. Now, here's the thing. Some of you are going to say, oh, but I'm on Instagram and I have a lot of followers there. Oh, I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook group with all my people there. Here's the question that I have for you. If Instagram or Facebook or Periscope or Pinterest, if any of these formats, social media formats, go away tomorrow, how will you connect with those people? If that's the only way you have to connect with them, you have a challenge on your hands, because if they go away, you can't connect with them. So you want to find a way to make sure that you are getting the emails of your people so that you own them, you have them, and you can utilize them in the way that you need to send them information that you are making available for free to all of your clients and potential clients. Okay. Now, in addition to going to Life Coach Office and downloading that information about the freebie, I want to direct you to another place, and we're going to take a look at websites for a moment. So I want to take you to Jenny Designs. Jenny is the person that created our website for Universal Coaching Systems, and Jenny has a wonderful freebie. It's a website preparedness worksheet. Okay, I don't think it's going to pop up because I already clicked off of it earlier. But if you go to her website, and it's in the chat, and it is, here we go, jenny-designs.com. Okay, jenny-designs.com. If you go to her website, okay, the pop-up will come up so that you can get the document. Is this it? Oh yeah, here. Having all the answers, the website preparedness worksheet. This is going to help you to prepare your website. For those of you who do not have a website, you want to go through this so that you can be prepared to work on creating a website. Whether you're going to give this to another person who's going to create your website, or whether you're going to do it yourself, doesn't matter. You need to answer these questions. For those of you who already have a website, I say go through the process so that you can make sure that you've done all that you needed to do to make sure that you're getting all the information that you want to get. On this, this page I want to talk about, because this talks about our first page, and it talks about how you would like your website to be set up. Okay, it talks about branding. Whether you are a person who's big on branding or not doesn't matter. Branding is simply a part of having a business. Okay, and so you need to think about how many pages you want to have included on your website. You want to think about the colors involved. You want to make sure that you get that logo. If you don't have a logo, your web designer can create one for you. Again, if you go to Jenny's website, there's, you want to get this document and take a look at the folks some of the folks that she's helped and put some websites out. She has some of their websites out there. Take a look at their websites and you'll get an idea on some of the things that you like, and maybe even some of the things that you'd like to have done a little bit differently for you. On your contact page, it's important for you to have your contact information so that people can contact you. The question is, how do you want them to contact you? We have a form on Universal Coaching Systems, and when they submit that, it comes to us through another system. But for most coaches, they're going to have, it's just an email form, and a person will click on it, they'll put their information in, and they'll hit submit, and an email is going to come to you, and it's as simple as that. For some of you, though, you might want to give them the option of actually calling you. So you're going to put your phone number there so that they can call you. Whatever it is, be very clear on your contact information. All right, make sure. For some of you, you will want to have a physical address. Snail mail still works today. There might be a reason why you want to use, that format. So you want to have the address and you want to have it very clear on your contact page. Okay, so make sure that you have that information done in a very clear way. On your blog, now we have a podcast, and I love that. So my question is, how are you doing your blog? Is your blog written? Is your blog going to be a podcast? Is it going to, an audio only? I don't know what it is going to be, but whatever it is, you want to make sure that you have it and that you have it available for your clients to get to it very, very easily. Okay. For some of you, it might be a little bit of both. It might be a podcast and a blog that's written. For some of you, it's only going to be one. And for some of you, you really just may say, you know what, I just don't have that kind of time. The only thing I'm going to say to you is that you have to make sure that you're engaging people, and that you're doing it on a regular basis. Maybe you're not going to start with a blog. Maybe you're going to start with something else, but you have to consider, I think, at some point, you're probably going to need some kind of blog or podcast that you want to connect with your folks. All right. Also think about if there are other pages that you want to have on your website. I don't know. There might be some other pages that you want to have. All right. Let's take a look again at Jenny's page. Okay. So let's consider all of the things that we've talked about so far with regard to a website, right? What I love about Jenny's page is that when I look at it, I see something that is light and airy. I mean, bursting with color, but I also see something, so it tells me that she's a very creative person, but I also see organization. This little beehive situation here, I love that. It makes me feel that she's very organized. I love the way things sit exactly proportionate where they need to sit in the page. I love that her name is really big because she is her brand. right? She's the one that's creating things. In her top navigation bar, it's very clear here what it is that I can go to, and then I can scroll down. But everything that I need to see is right here in the very front. And that's how you want your website to be. When people come to your website, what is the feeling? What is your brand? From looking at this, I feel that Jenny's going to be a person that is going to be very easy to work with. I'm going to be able to just be myself, be comfortable. I love that she says inspired website design. Inspiration is important to me. So that makes me feel very comfortable about doing business with her. If that's you, you know, maybe think about the wording that you're going to use. Is inspired a word that you're going to use on your page, right? Think about the words. The wording that's used here is very specific. The way some things are bolded, the fonts that are used, all of these things are on purpose. The size of things, all of it is on purpose. Nothing by accident. So if you created your page and you just kind of threw some things together, let's go back and now let's think about doing some things a little bit differently. Let's refine it and let's really make sure that you're sending a specific message to your clients. Okay. Whew, I said a mouthful. Your contacts page. Okay, your about page. So I don't know if I have one on either one of these. I do. So Universal Coaching Systems, this is our about page, and this tells you all about who we are, all about our mission, all about our product range, all about our team, and all about Benet, right? It's really all about us and who we are. When people go to your page and they read your about page, what are they finding out? Are they finding out about you? Are they finding out about why you're a coach? Are they finding out about why are they walking away feeling inspired and passionate about the people that you help? Do they understand? Do they feel your passion and your excitement? All right. You want people to go to your about page and feel your passion and excitement. Even if you're not the coach for them, you want them to feel your passion and your excitement. See, websites are a tool, so you need to be very specific about how you are putting your information out there. Remember, your website is speaking for you, so it matters. I've seen some websites that I'm like, this website needs some help. You know, I've really seen that. I've seen some websites where I said, if I needed this service, and I'm talking about here recently, if I needed this service, I am not using this person because I don't like this website at all. At all. I'm sure the same thing has happened to you. Don't think of your website as just a placeholder. Think of your website as you on the internet. Okay. I want to take you to a website of someone who is a part of, I would say, the Universal Coaching Systems community. She's a coach that's worked with Benet. Jenny has actually created her website, and I want you to see it because it has a lot of color, because it has all the things that we're talking about, and because she's a coach, and it's going to give you an idea on what this looks like for a coach. Okay. Okay. So this is Mo Perkins, and I went to it and I left this up because I wanted you to see that this is her downloadable freebie. It comes up a few moments after you go to her website. All right. It's called The Ugly Truth About Why Coaches Charge Way More Than Therapists, and it's probably not what you think, right? This is the report. You can sign up for it. This is how she gets people, to get their email address. Okay. And look at what the report reveals. Exactly why coaches charge more than therapists, way more. The reason therapists struggle to get quality clients, mistaken beliefs therapists hold about coaching, and 4 things coaches do better than therapists, and how to boost your therapy business right now. Okay. If you were someone who wanted that information, wanted to know about the ugly truth, you see what this information is and you want that information, you're going to put your name and your email in there, no doubt. Okay. I want to draw your attention to this right here just for a moment. We'll talk about it in a minute. This is something that you're going to see more and more on websites where they're going to have this little pop-up that says that the website uses cookies to ensure that you get the best experience on the website. Please click here. Click here for more details, and then you'll have to accept the terms. Okay. We're going to talk about that because there's something that's going on that is causing people to put this on their website, and it may very well affect you as a coach. Okay, so here is Mo's website. I love the color. You know, this beautiful bold gold color. I love that it's shaded. I love these stars. I love how her ebook sits out almost in 3D there. You know, I love that. You know, it's just clean. I just love the way it makes me feel. Take a look at the size of the font, okay? The size of it. It takes up a good amount of the page, but this lets you know what this is all about, all right? Get to know Mo. When you click on that, you're going to get to know more about Mo. And it says, let's make a difference, right? Specializing in coaching and training for therapists. Well, I kind of figured that from her ebook, right? I kind of figured that. So you take a look, there's Mo. You get to hear all about who she is as a coach and who she is as a person who's coaching and helping people who are therapists get specialized in coach training. You know, it tells you more about her passions. I love that. It's very clean, very clear, um, very much about who she is and what she offers, what her qualifications are. What does your about page say about you? And I love the fact that instead of about, it says get to know Mo. I love that. Here's her drop down. Remember I talked earlier and I said, you know, you possibly think about doing a drop down, right? Here's her drop down. All right, this is her drop down. The different things that she offers: an online course, a workbook. Here's her blog. Here are testimonials on her products reviews. I love that. I love that. So this is a great example of what a coaching page could be. All right, I want to go back to this home page because I really love that home page and those little stars in the corner. I love that. All right, I love that. So when we go back to our online life coach, our online website checklist. I couldn't even get the words out. All right. All these things that we talk about are still before you have to scroll. This is all above the fold, right? And then below the fold, here you are, featured products, latest blog posts, featured testimonials, alternative opt-ins at the bottom, expanded navigation bar. So let's go back to Mo. You get to decide what you put where. As you can see, testimonials for her are important. So she has them in the top navigation box, not the bottom. I'm not even sure if she has a bottom. Let's see. Nope, it's just the top one. Her bottom is her Facebook and her Twitter, and to contact her. Okay. For Universal Coaching Systems, we have a bottom, right? Here it is. It's different. Some similar things to the top, and then some is different. For Jenny, let's see what it is for Jenny. Here's her top, her bottom, it's her Facebook, her Twitter. All right. And then a little thing here, let's get started. So you decide, what do you want in a bottom navigation button? Navigation bar? Do you want a bottom navigation bar? Do you just want things only to exist at the top? For Universal Coaching Systems, we have so much to offer. We can't put all of that at the top. So we have to choose between what gets at the top and then what goes at the bottom. For you, you may not need to do that at all. Maybe you're only going to have 2 or 3 pages, and that's really it. And that's fine. You know, it can grow over time, or you can only offer those few things. It's completely up to you. It's your business. You just want to make sure that people can get to the things that they need to get to, and that they can get there easily. All right. So very quickly, I want to talk to you a little bit about that smaller page that we clicked on Mo's page. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get it to come up again. Let's see. I'm not sure. Might be able to. because I'm going to reload the page and hopefully, I'm not sure if that will do it. Anyway, remember a few moments ago, there was a little box over here in the bottom right-hand corner, and we had to accept the terms, the terms there. All right, well, there is something that's called the GDPR. And basically, the folks, the European Union, the European Parliament has set regulations for how people who have an online presence, companies with websites, basically, they're setting some safeguards in place for how personal information is handled. So as a coach, you have a website, and if you have a website where you either have collected already information from people that live in Europe, or you have a website that you know that you're going to be marketing to people in Europe, quite frankly, just as a coach in general, this is going to concern you. Beginning May 25th, there are certain things that you have to put in place with regard to your website and how you collect personal data for people. Personal data, let's just talk about what that is. Personal data is going to be email addresses, um, uh, political opinions, race, what else is it? Hold on. Oh, health information, because it's, when we're talking internet, we're talking all kinds of stuff. So any information that you collect that can be considered personal information on a person, phone numbers, ID numbers, that sort of thing, there's a certain, you have to acknowledge to people that there are certain ways, you understand there are certain ways that this information needs to be handled, and they have to agree with the terms that you're setting forth. So this is all about protecting the personal data of the folks that come to visit your website. Now, I am not an expert on this, but you can just do a Google search for GDPR, okay? As a matter of fact, let me put that in the chat real quick for you guys. Okay, GDPR. You can just do a search for that if you want to, all right? But here's something else that you can do. You can go over to the Jenny Designs Facebook page, all right? This is Jenny's Facebook page, okay? Jenny Designs Websites. And there you will see a ton of articles about this, okay? If you're using cookies, you have to have a cookie notice on your site, okay? If you have to have a privacy notice on your website. So it tells you how you can create one. There's a lot of great information here so that you are ready. Again, the date is May 25th. So as a coach, I'm just going to tell you to go over to Jenny's page so that you can click on those things and get the help you need. If you have a web designer, and they need to know this, and if they don't, then they need to do the research to figure this out. Again, if you're going to be doing business with people overseas, this is vital. If you don't comply, you can be fined, like financial fines, and you don't want that. So make sure that you're getting that information. It's readily available. Again, in the chat, there's a bunch of things that you can go click on. But for those of you who are watching the replay of this video, just check out Jenny Designs' Facebook page, or go ahead and Google it. Talk to your web designer if you have one, but if you don't, you need to get this information on your own. It's very important. You only have until May 25th in order to get all this stuff together, okay? That's all I want to say about that. As I said, I'm not the expert. I'm just sharing some information. All right, so let me just take a look at my information here. Time check. I have a few more minutes left. I want to make sure that I have given you everything that is necessary. All right, so we talked about all the things that you want to have on your homepage. We talked about when a person comes to your page, above the fold means when they get to your page, before they click on anything else, before they scroll up or down, what is it that they see, and all the things that they need to have right there in their face, all about you, so that you can continue to engage them, as possible clients if they're not already clients. And remember, those who are clients, you want them to continually come back for other opportunities to work with you. You want them to refer you to other people. So if you have a great website that looks really good, if you've been able to help them, um, they don't mind giving you their email address, you'll be able to be in contact with them, send them out all of your new promotions and things like that. Your website is your marketing tool. You need to have that. You really do. All right. I think that that's really all I needed to cover about the websites. I didn't want to get too deep into it. I just wanted to give you enough to go on. We can chat in our Facebook group, um, the um, the Life Coach Office users community. Let's chat in our Facebook group. Let's talk more about the websites and all the different things that you need to do. If you have any questions, please, 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 what do I want you to do? Send them to me. You can come and see me in the Facebook group. You can also always go down here over here to Universal Coaching Systems and contact us. Just fill out the form, and that'll get to me, or whatever member of the team that it needs to go to. I'm happy to answer any of your questions, give you a call. We can always talk. Doesn't have to be just through email. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today for the April open call with Universal Coaching Systems. I am Kim Horvath, and I am happy to be here with you every single month. Join me next month on the third Tuesday at 2 o'clock for the call for May. So happy that you were here. Thanks a lot for joining me. And as always, happy coaching.